Well. It's been a long time since I've done Get Ready With Me. But I just received this palette from Alter Ego Misthaven. And this is supposed to be a dupe for Huda the Pretty Grunge palette. I think that palette came out last year. I never bought it. So unfortunately, I won't be able to compare these to you. I will pop the swatches on a screen from the website. I don't like really doing the proper arm swatches. I think this is not an indicator if the shadows perform well or not. I just like to use them on my eyes and see if I like them or not. They look very similar to the Huda ones. The only thing is I think the shimmers are a bit different, maybe not so much in the color and tone, but the formula, because I know that one of the Huda's eyeshadow is that chunky glittery one. I don't see that here, but in color I think they are very similar. What I like about it is how they arranged the shades, because it helps my slight OCD. It's all very color coordinated. I can see that I can do look with that row, and that row. Then you've got all your shimmers here. There is a black cream eyeshadow which you can use as a base or liner. Then you've got powder black and powder dark brown. So this makes it much easier to look at it and put together a look. Okay, but let's start with my face. Do you know what? I might put this in my top. You know, you always ask me or comment whenever I do Get Ready With Me, because, you know, I mostly wear white. How don't I get dirty? Well, I don't, but lately I've been so annoyed. Every time I've been putting foundation on, I try to squeeze it like not a full pump, and it will always spray, and I've ruined so many tops. Not ruined, but you know, foundation is very difficult to get out. So I will put that bib for now. So for foundation, I'm going to use the YSL All Hours foundation. I've pulled it out. I took it with me to Spain. I had on rotation like 3 or 4 favorite foundations, but I totally forgot about this one. And then I remembered that this one is very long staying and it doesn't go shiny. It's a very good foundation. And because I was going to hot Spain, I took that. So I've got one in MW9, and I think, oh, is this 6MW? This is funny, look at that. So depends which way I turn it around. It could be MW9 or 6WM. Anyway, I will put it down below because I don't have here the other one, because I decanted them in those little airless pumps. That's how I take my foundation on holiday, and I've got the lighter one and the darker one, and I can't remember now. I think this one might be MW4 and this is the 9 or 6. I can't remember, but look in the description box. I will put both of these colors down there because I usually have to mix them. I have a bit of tan, so we will see. I'm going to be using the Refa BO4 foundation brush. Love this brush. Let's see. I probably can do just with this one. I don't want to look too dark, and you know, by the time I put bronzer on, if it's too light, then I will. Now this would be fine. Yes, so I really enjoyed this foundation, especially in a warm country. I know a lot of you tell me that you don't wear foundation on holiday. You know, I wouldn't be seen dead without foundation. And I never feel my foundation on. It does not bother me. It's just always like my second skin. I really love this brush. My baby's coming out. And then another dangerous zone is when I start putting loose powder on. That goes everywhere normally. It gives really lovely finish. It doesn't look cakey, that gives good coverage. I really like this foundation and I forgot how much I like it. So I thought I will use up now what I've got in those little travel pump bottles. For my concealer, I'm going to use the KVD Good Apple concealer. Love this concealer. I have 131 and 141 because, you know, sometimes depending how dark I am or how light I am, I mix them. Love this concealer, looks so good. It's quite, I'm gonna mix them a bit. It's quite liquidy. It's not very thick. I would say the coverage is medium. It's definitely not full coverage, but for me that's enough. And it has really nice natural finish. So I really enjoyed this. It's one of my favorites. So I love Natasha Denona High Glam concealer and I use that a lot too. But this is just what I've been lately using when I went to Spain, so I thought I use it today with you. There. For my under eye powder, as usual, I'm using the Morphe Brightening Pink Bacon Set. Love this powder. And I always use the Sonia G Detail Pro brush. I don't know, it's fluffy enough, small enough, because I like to be quite precise with where I use it. I always use it on my lid and in my brows, so when I do my brows the pencil doesn't stick. And for my eyes, this is like my primer. I just put concealer on my eyelids and powder it. Alter Ego does primer and they always send me one, but you know, I don't get on with primers, so I hardly ever use them. Now to set the foundation, I'm using the Lily Lalo Mineral Loose Foundation in Cookie. You know, I love using those instead of setting powders, although I have a couple of setting powders that I really like. You know, the One Size Beauty from Patrick Starrr, and the other one is from, I think, oh, what is it? It's called Glass Powder. Can't remember now. So that really evens out everything, gives tiny bit more coverage if you use it sparingly, because obviously this is powder foundation. And I feel it doesn't make your face look as flat as matte setting powder. For my bronzer, I'm going to use the Catrice Sun Lava Glow bronzer. The lid has broken off. I love this bronzer. This is my second one. I like a lot of bronzers, but this one, especially in the summer, I feel like it has the nice tone for the summer. Obviously, it's not summer anymore, but I still have a bit of tan. And this is in 010 Sun Kissed Bronze. This is Refa 05, my absolutely favorite for bronzer. That's all I use for my bronzer. I sometimes use the huge Refa brush for bronzer, but I can't remember now what number that one is. But this, as you can see, I don't even have to wash it very often because I don't stick it in anything else. For my blush, I've pulled out the, who is it by? Is it Beauty Bakery? Yes, the Cotton Candy champagne palette. I don't know if they still sell it, but you have these 4 huge glowy blushes. Oh, hold on. A lot of fallout. And I don't know what it is about these blushes. They have a like this glow to them, not sparkle or anything, glow, that makes your cheeks look so youthful and glowy. I don't know. I know why I stopped using it, and I just dip my brush in all 4. I know why I've stopped using it. So, because, you know, the sheen can emphasize any wrinkles, especially bags, eye bags. I stopped using it because before my surgery, if you are new here, in May I had lower and upper blepharoplasty. I had quite hooded eyes, and I had this very hanging loose skin here under my eyes. So I had that tightened, and this sort of blush used to emphasize that hanging bag so much, but now I can do it. Can you see how glowy it is? It doesn't have like glitter in it, it's just like glass. So I really love it. I will check for you if this is still available, and I will link it down below. Okay, so that's my face done. Let's check the bib. Oh my goodness, yeah. Oh, you see, I can see drop of foundation here. So that would have been on my top, and some powder. Okay, we're good. I'm going to go off and do my brows because, you know, this is processing itself, and I will be back. Okay, brows are done. What I'm going to do is I will probably do on one eye something with these browns, and then on the other eye the mauvey one. I will read out the shades for you. I don't want to keep showing it. So I'm gonna start with Fawn and put it in my crease on this side. Very good. Alter Ego's eyeshadows are always so good. The mattes blend out really lovely. I will now go over it with Petal, just in a crease, just to deepen that. Let me try this Velvet, which is this really light one. I love this sort of eyeshadows if I do matte eyeshadow. Let me do it under here. Perfect. Perfect to highlight your brow bone, and if you wanted to do matte look, you can put it all over your lid. That's really good. Just wanted to try that one because it's very difficult to find that sort of bright skin color matte eyeshadow that actually gives you some payoff. I'm still using Rifa 01. I can probably do this look just with one brush. Now I'm going to go into Nutmeg, which is this dark brown, and start shading the outer seven. Oh, that's gorgeous. Love this color. Sorry, it's so awkward for me. I wish I could have the mirror right in front of me, but then you wouldn't see me. I know some people do it. They have mirror down there and look down. I couldn't do that. And this is huge mirror. This is the one from Ilios, you know, with the ring light and attachment for your phone. Where is my Rifa 15? Rifa 15 always to blend the edges out. And now for something sparkling, I think I'm going to go into Dream, which is this one. I quickly wipe them on my hand, and right, let me do it. This is gorgeous, like a champagne one. The other ones on a finger come across a bit more like toppers, sparkly toppers. I don't know how they will perform, but let's do this dream all over my lid. You see, when you first look at this palette, because it's quite dark, you think, oh my goodness, you can only do like really strong dark look, but you can do day look. Yeah, it's very, very subtle. It's not like a foil eyeshadow, just a straight up nice shimmer. No fallout as of yet. Now with BK Beauty 209, I'm going to go to Nutmeg, this dark one, and go under my eye and then on my lower lash line, and then I will blend it out with something lighter. Refa 26, I go back to Fawn and just blend it out underneath a bit. Let's deepen the outer V with Nutmeg again. Blend it out. And that would be my finished look. So as you can see, you can do it a bit lighter, depends how much of that nutmeg you use. Or now, I could really go to town with it. I could darken it with the black. I could put a bit darker shimmer here, like Mist. This is quite another one of those straight up shimmers. It looks a bit duochrome. So I could do that. Let's put a bit of that on actually. About here. Yeah, that just adds some interest and darkens it a bit. And there you go. Let me put mascara on. Okay, so that's with mascara. To me, this is perfect daytime look. Of course it is. Any less than that, no point. Okay, let's do a bit more mauvey look. I'm going to get another Refa 01, clean one, and I will go into Plum. Let's see, Plum. Plum is, oh yeah, I like Plum. Remember, this is first time I'm using this palette with you, so I'm just making it up as I go along. I haven't practiced with it. Now I'm going to go to Thistle, which is a bit deeper, and just deepen my crease. These colors are my winter, you know, I quite like in a winter cool look. So I would say the first look is quite neutral. It's not cold, it's not warm. They both lean more towards smoky look. That is gorgeous, I love that. I'm looking forward to using some of those sparkly eyeshadows. I will have to swatch them on my hand to see what's what. Now I'm going to go to Merc, which is even darker. It's all in that first row. And start shading. So far, love every shade. Refa 15. Do you know, I've been using these brushes for so many years and I still don't know if you say Refa or Refa. But whatever, you know what I'm using. my favorite brushes. Okay, let me swatch Twinkle. Okay, so Twinkle, it's here. It doesn't have very saturated base, it's just sparkle. Now Cluster, I think that's supposed to be this chunky, so that's Cluster. Beautiful, it's got like a pinky purple undertone, and it has a bit more body to it. I wonder if that maybe is better used wet. You've seen the Dream, so it's what I have here. Now Moon, it's one of those Moon is a bit more mauvey than Secrets. Oh, I thought that was that is more like a matte with a bit of glitter, and you get like a deep maroon with a bit of purple in it. And then Mist, I've shown you. It's that one that I put here. So maybe we should use Secrets, sort of near this end, and then maybe Clusters. We will see. But so far, the sparkles I'm not that impressed with, and I don't know if they will be better used with your finger or brush. Refa 02, and I'm going to go into Secrets. Yeah, it's a dark, very dark plum, hardly has any sparkle, just a bit of sparkle, but I suppose it's quite nice to darken your outer V, but nothing special. Now let's go to Cluster, which is that chunky, that might give me some fallout. If I gently lay it down, yeah, that's really pretty, but it's just really sparkly, very pretty, not so much fallout. Let me see if I wet my brush, but these ones never normally work with wet brush. They are no, oh, I take it back. Wow, I like this one, so I'm using Cluster, this one here. Yeah, wet your brush or use something sticky on your lid. Oh, that's beautiful. I like that. That is beautiful. Now I wonder if I wet my brush again and put it into Twinkle, which is this one. If I can do it in my inner corner. No, this is just like a straight up topper that you have to put on your finger. Let me maybe do it on this eye. Now this one hardly has anything in it. So normally the Alter Ego palettes, the shimmers are amazing. Mattes are always amazing, but in this palette, I like the Dream, I like the Mist, and this Cluster, when you wet your brush, is beautiful. Anyway, let's go into Thistle. Actually, I will go to Merc, it's a bit darker. Do you know what? I will try it on my hand in a minute. I think this Cluster shadow, it's probably really good on that black cream eyeshadow on that base. I will do it on my hand in a minute. Okay, I'm going to go into Shadow, which is a black cream eyeshadow. Okay, so I put that on my hand. And I bet you when I go over it with cluster, it's going to be amazing. Look at that. So that's what this black eyeshadow is. That cream one is to enhance these sparkly shades. Oh, that's good. Imagine if I put that all over my eye. I'll have to play more with that. What I might do now is I will take, I've got like an Amazon liner brush. I will go into that black cream eyeshadow and just use it as an eyeliner. A bit of a wing. Actually very nice for eyeliner. Shall I put a bit of it in my, like on the base of my lashes, slightly into my waterline? Well, that's on another level, isn't it? I'm going to go into Echo, which is the very, very dark sort of maroon brown. Right, I'm going for it now. Got a bit excited. You see, that's the problem with me. For me to do just like an everyday look, I can't be bothered. I just put bronzer on my eye and that's my everyday look. If I'm going to play with an eyeshadow palette, I want to go for it. So anyway, you saw that you can get like a not too strong look, and I'm going for it now. Look what I'm doing now. I'm going to put a bit of that black eyeshadow in the middle of my eye, and then I'm going to go over it with that cluster and prepare to be amazed. Ha. Okay, this is party look. Let me quickly put mascara on and I will be back. Okay, so here is the mauvey look. Love it. They both really, really pretty. On my lips, I have the Natasha Denona. I need the nude crayon in Natasha. Natasha Denona lipstick in Natasha. And the gloss, my favorite nude as well. It's a bit too light, this look. I think I would need darker lip liner, but it doesn't matter. Yes, I see myself using this palette. This look I would use every day. This when I'm going out and want that extra oomph, I would make it probably even more smoky. Lovely, cool on a whole palette and smoky. Cool and smoky, that's how I would describe it. It is much cheaper than the Huda Beauty. This one I think retails for $24 or £19, and I also have a small discount. I think it's 10% discount, so I will leave that down below. Yes, if you like that sort of look, go for it. And now I have to go to the chemist to pick up my prescription with 2 different eyes. Do you think anybody will notice? Maybe I put glasses on or something, or eye patch on one of them. Okay, my lovelies. Probably very long video, but you know, I like to chat. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Have a great day and stay fabulous. Bye.